Hello everybody, and welcome to Work at a Pizza Place. Today we're just going to be working, and let's get started. Play. Is that One Punch Man? Cashier. Cook. Pizza boxer. Delivery. Supplier. House. And cashier. I'm going to work as cashier. Oh. Here we go. Is my avatar trying to blink? Yeah, they're trying to blink, but it's not working. Talk. Cheese pizza? Alright. Oh, another customer. Customer. Our pizza is guaranteed to be delicious. Ready to order now. Whatever that hell it is. The hell that is. Oh my god, look how many. Look at what's happening. Why can I do this? Hold on, let me move him. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to basically just be playing, but telling stories, right, about my life. How come I can't move? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna be like this. Talk. Would you like to try a pepperoni pizza? Oh, no, just a drink. Okay. Hold on, let me back up. Here we go. Guaranteed to be delicious. Pizza or drink? Drink. No, pizza. Okay. Oh, thank you. My keys are not working. There we go. This is a perfect place to be. Right in between. Lovely day outside. What would you like? Here's my order. Cheese pizza. That's actually what I had today for dinner. Oh, so my friend Mitch, Crafty, and of course Zarya. Zarya let Mitch and Crafty come over. And we ordered pizza, like a large cheese pizza, and Crafty likes pineapple on his pizza. And frankly, I don't think the two mix together well because of the different like texture and like taste. But if he likes it, that's him. If you like it, that's fine. I just don't believe it belongs because of the different taste of it. And we ordered that. What is this? Okay, that's new. Um, what was I saying? I got so sidetracked. But what happened was the delivery person, literally like dropped the food off to a random place. It was a random street and a random like house, which was like, excuse me, how did you get this random like place when it's clearly this place? Like it was totally different addresses. Like you can tell, and it was so close to my house. Like it was so close. How did you not see the road going up? And it was like crazy. Also, I do have to keep my voice down because it's like midnight. But it was crazy. We ended up going to the pizza place. And it was better because the pizza was fresh. Crafty still got his pineapple pepperoni pizza, which is fine. Yeah. But anyway, I used to know this friend who... Sorry, I'm just randomly stating stuff out of my thing. Out of my head. I used to know this friend who... What is this guy doing? What is he doing? Anyway, I used to know this friend who... Oh, hey, that's you. I used to know this friend who always asked me for money. And it was annoying because I used to get... Because my school used to have, like... Like, it was a cafeteria, and it had, like, a snack bar. Not an actual bar, you know, a snack area. Where you could legit... Okay? Where you can legit get random snacks. Not random, but you knew what you were getting. Oh my god. People in my face. Where was I going with this? Oh, my friend used to ask me for money because my parent used to give me money for the snack area. And what was annoying was that it was every day my friend would come up to me and say, "Hey, you got some money?" And they were my friend. They weren't a bully or anything. I didn't really have bullies at this time. I mean, I had people who picked on me just because they were assholes. And there's a fire. But I was saving the money for my real friends because this person, they didn't really treat me right. They were kind of... When you're married, you belong to them. And it was like, okay, why would you say that right off the bat? Like, okay, I get it, I belong to them and them only, because you shouldn't cheat and all that. But I belong to no one, technically, because I'm not a pet. I'm a person, and you should treat me like one. Like, yeah, technically I do belong to whoever I marry, But then yet, doesn't that make them belong to me? And, like, the whole thing, like, they would say that type of shit, and it would be like, excuse me, do you not realize what the hell you're saying? Like, but they ended up being a fake. They just wanted me for my money, which I get that. You know, they weren't poor at all, because they used to brag about their thousands in the bank, and how their mom and dad have like millions in their pocket. And it was like so annoying. It's like, okay, I get it. Can I not turn off chat? There we go. But they were just rude about it, and they were just like, hey, what's up, Wolf? And I'm like, first of all, it's Wolfie. I mean, I don't mind you calling me Wolf, but like, but they were like, sup, Wolf? And it was like, okay, calm down, first of all. Like, call me Wolfie and chill out. And they were just not treating me right. I mean, I loved them, they were my friend, but man, were they annoying. And if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but the way you treated me was not correct. And telling me all this kind of stuff was not something you should have said to me right off the bat. Like, I just met them and they're just like saying, hey, listen, when you get married, you belong to the person. Like, they own you. And I'm just like, hold up. Wait a minute. Like, dude, hold up, fam. They own me? What am I, their pet or something? And it would be like, no. No, you don't say that right off the bat with your friend. Like, with your friend. I need you, Dino. Dino, you can get your ass out of here. I got this. Okay? Mine. There we go. Whoa. That person sliding on their booty. Their booty. Gonna get rug burn. I mean, wood burn. Because this is clearly wood. I hope they're AFK so I can grab this one. Yeah, no, they're not AFK. Oh, did I go do it? Oh, good, they left. Now I can do my job in peace. And keep telling random stories. So, okay. I was FaceTiming my friend. And they lived with their mom, their grandma, and their, cousins and such. I think they had like 3 cousins or something. And I heard a loud bang, and the grandmother was screaming at my friend. And my friend was just like, what? And she was like, take care of your cousin. Like, stay out of my room and such. And apparently the cousin have gone, I don't know if it was she or he, but they were like 4 years old. That's what my friend told me. Apparently they went into the grandmother's room and messed up some things, like just touched some things and moved them. Which a 4-year-old doesn't really know any better. I mean, if they do, then they're smart. But if they don't, they're just a 4-year-old. You know? I mean, when I was a 4-year-old, I really didn't know better because I was still learning about the world and my parents and such. I was still learning, and when my parents said something not to do, usually I was like, okay, but then I was curious about it, like, why can't I do that? So most of the time I did it, and then I would get in trouble. like seriously in trouble. And I learned from it, like, oh, when my parent says not to do something, I get in trouble. Like, that's how it works. But apparently, this grandmother didn't know. I don't know how they don't know that 4-year-olds don't know any better. But apparently, what the grandmother did was take the 4-year-old's head and smash it against the wall. I heard it personally, and the 4-year-old was crying, and it was crazy. And I was sitting in my living room going, "What the hell?" And I'm just like, are they okay? Like, 'cause that have to hurt a 4-year-old. Like, your head getting smashed against the wall hard to make a pretty loud bang, that had to hurt. So I was like, mm-mm. I mean, my friend, they didn't have a good living situation. I mean, their house was like so freaking small. I mean, 'cause I know about the house because I've driven by it and I've seen it. Sorry, driven by it. Wait, driven or driven? It's one of those. But I've seen it and it's so small. Like, it's surprisingly small. And they're supposed to live, like, and there's a bunch of people living there. No dad. The dad and mom are split up, which is sad. And I understand because mine are split up too. My friends know about it. They actually were the ones comforting me at the time. Same with Zaria. Man, I remember that day. We were on the back porch, backyard, and my mom and dad were there. And I've just like gotten back from Disney, which everyone knows what Disney is. I've gotten back from it, right? And all of a sudden I'm sitting down in the back of the porch, in the back porch back, and what is happening with those cars? You see that? Anyway, sorry, sidetracked. Anyway, I'm sitting on the swing, which we have. It's a pretty big swing, can fit up to 3 people. Maybe 4 if they're skinny. Like if they're tiny. Oh, there's me! But all of a sudden they tell me sweetly, listen, things haven't really been going so well. And, 'cause I live with my grandmother. And that is a whole nother topic for another day. I think people were involved and such, and it was pretty scary when I was, because it was like a long time ago. I was extremely young, and like, I don't know, but back to the divorce. They sweetly talked about it, like, hey, things aren't going really well. And then they finally said, we're getting a divorce. Well, it's already in progress. That did not go so well with me. I totally freaked. I mean, for the longest time, I've always wanted my parents to divorce, but that was when I was super young. And when they told me about it, I had a different perspective on life because I've been to the hospital and such with my depression. Yeah, that's how bad my depression was. And when they did that, talking about the divorce thing, it almost set me back to the dark times because it was such heartache. Because I didn't want them to divorce because I felt something in me was telling me they can do it. Like, they can do it. But now that they've been divorced for a while, I see that it was probably for the best because my dad his work is so much better. Well, I can't say that. Like, his work is like, he's doing so much better. He's in his own house. He loves his house. Well, it's not a house, it's like in a condo. And my mom kept the other house. Bruh, how's that not what you wanted? Oh, I must have clicked the wrong one. And but the day they did that, I broke down crying and screaming. I was scream crying basically. I freaking remember that day because that was like one of my most tragic days. Because duh, it's your parents breaking up almost forever. And they've told me that they can never get back together. And sorry. This is emotional. Oh my god. But yeah. They told me they can never get back together because they're both doing so well. And I have a better relationship with my mom and my dad. I feel like I have somewhat of a better a better thing with him too. What is the word called again? I just used it. Relationship. I have a better relationship with my dad too. But that day it broke my heart so much. Like that was one of the most heartbreaking things that ever happened to me. One of the most. There's a bunch of others that I'm not gonna get into. It just will be here forever. But let me tell you about my story. When I was a kid, like when I was super young, like young, I wore baggy jeans and baggy, like ripped up shirts and stuff. And I basically ignored my hair, crying out to me, saying, "Hey, we've got tangles. Let me like untangle us." What did I know? Because no one really enforced it on me. Like, hey, brush your hair, brush your teeth. I didn't. So I wasn't the cleanest. I wasn't the prettiest at that time. But Zari will yell at me now if she listens to this because apparently to her I've always been pretty no matter what situation I've ever been and how I look. But the way I dressed, it was like I crawled out of the garbage can. Garbage dumpster, to be exact. That's how people said it to me, at least. Yeah, people said it right to my face. They would ask me, "Did you crawl right out of the garbage can?" And it was like, ouch. Even a teacher one time said, where did you come from before you came here?" And I said, "Home." And she was like, "Oh, home, right?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." And I just now I'm thinking in my mind, where do you think I came from? And now I'm just like, oh, dumpster. Thanks. Like, okay. You know, I'm gonna let it go. Because that is what I did look like. And people would scoot away from me. People would move their chair away from me. People would go, "Ew, look at me," and be like, "Miss, can I move?" And they would ask why, and they would just look at me and say, "Please." And I would always feel so embarrassed because it was like, oh, they sniff and they're like, "Ew." So I definitely smelled because I didn't take showers for the longest time until my dad would be like, hey, you gotta take a shower. Which was like, not frequently at all. But now I take showers regularly. And I brush my teeth like every day. Now I brush my hair every day too. No, don't kick him. What did you do? But I had this one girl who got everyone else to team up with her and basically pick on me. Which, she actually got some of my friends to turn against me. And that was heartbreaking because it was like I knew who my real friends were. And that was basically none. Nobody was my real friend. Because then I knew they were secretly talking behind my back. Because I heard them talking about me one time, saying how I smell like a goat's ass. And yeah, the language was in there too. Was in that time too. And trust me, a goat's ass is not a good compliment. It's really not. It hurt. It really did. Oh, so this person is bald, which I respect. The only reason I would be bald is if I had cancer, which I don't. And just if I would just shave my hair, which I probably won't. Because I could wear wigs better so that none of my hair shows. And I could just break out the wigs and just wear those as my regular hair. Which would be amazing. But so far I'm sticking to the shorter length hair. And those cars back there are still freaking out. But what else should I talk about? Zarya had the same childhood as me. Well, not exactly, but she had horrible, horrible childhood. And I'm talking horrible childhood. She barely had a mother. She didn't even have a dad. I got off lucky. At least, like, I was able to have at least I'm able to have a strong relationship with my mom and have a dad. But I feel bad for her because she didn't really have any of those. It was like when she was an adult, she had a little relationship with her mom. But it wasn't anything crazy. Which is really sad. And she has siblings, but hell to them. Because they don't really respect her or anything. Give me the order already. Okay. Ooh, nice outfit. But, yeah, I think I'm coming to the end of this video. Unless I can think of anything else I can talk about. And here comes me. Hey look, it's me. Right there. And with the cheese pizza again. Wow, you should get a raise. Oh, thank you. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to talk about. I guess I'll